Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Gathering Paracast here on the Cryptovania Network. My name is Heidi.
And I'm Stephanie. And we have a really fun show tonight. We have a couple gals from um, a crazy, paranormally active old hospital that my team went to last fall. And it's Old Mercy Hospital. And tell me how to pronounce the name of the town, you guys, because I say Oskaloosa, but I think it's Oskaloosa.
No, you said it right the first time. It's Okaloosa.
Oskaloosa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. So Lauren is in the t-shirt, and then we have Ronda, and she's in the blue t-shirt. And Lauren actually owns the property. So Lauren, let's start out with you. And what made you buy this big property that the abandoned hospital?
Yeah.
And when did you buy it? Because it's been a few years, right?
Oh, yeah. I think I was going through a quarter life crisis. That's what I joke about, at least. But my dad has a history of working on rental homes back in Arizona, and I decided to stay here in Iowa. So I happened to see that Mercy Hospital was for sale. And I only knew it as the cool peanut pub bar that I used to go to in college, which was in the morgue. It still has peanuts down there. And saw the price for it and was like, Dad, you're not going to believe what they sell a 4-story building for in Oskaloosa. So I got him to fly out and we took a look at it and fell in love with it right away, even with all its issues when we first walked through. And there was a ton of them. But it was definitely worth it, and we're still kicking.
Yeah. Well, it's a great place to investigate. As you know, we were there and got a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, Jason couldn't get my pictures that I sent both of you this last couple days. Something was wrong with him. He couldn't get them on the show. But those were just a couple of the really good things that we got down there. Lauren, I know you've seen it because I sent it to you right away after we left there.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, great.
I know, right? I know.
I'm here by myself all the time. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Was that the same in here?
I have to ask a question. You buy this 4-story building, right? Out of for what? What was your plan when you bought it?
So I was hoping to turn it into apartments with my dad. But the condition of the building itself, they were having it as apartments when we purchased it. And you've been in there. It's still set up exactly like a hospital. It was more a room for rent situation. I was like, that's absolutely not okay for people to be living like that. So it just took us years to clean it out. And then kind of stumbled into the ghost investigating. So I'm like, well, that'll help us change a few windows here and there while we're doing it. So
yeah,
we kept it up.
Do you work somewhere full time then and do this on the side, or how does this work?
So I used to work full time at Mahaska Health. I worked there for 10 years, and I just quit about 2 years ago. So I could do this full time because we purchased the clinic side in 2020, during COVID. Great time to buy. So the building was complete again, but we wanted to turn it into Studio Oski. So I worked full time for a few years, and then eventually, once this place got stable, I decided to be here full time, and then I just work part time at a hardware store.
All right.
Yeah,
wow.
And the art studio is fantastic. They have all kinds of artists that run space. They have other businesses, and actually the space that it's called the library, but for those of us who investigate, that's kind of like headquarters for us, right? That's where we slept. That's where, it's in the studio side. But very gracious hosts. I mean, they had, refrigerators full of water and beverages and coffee. And I mean, it was just all there. And the artists were fantastic too. I mean, some of them were there late into the night. And it's just a really cool place.
Oh, thanks.
So Rhonda, so you were brought in as the paranormal gal. So tell us.
I made my way in.
Yeah, well, that's good.
I kind of forced her into it. I made her an offer she couldn't refuse.
Yes. Well, I love it. I love it. And you've had quite a few experiences over the years. I know we've chatted before, and we were chatting this week. So tell us a little bit about the hospital and what you found there, and what do you think?
Well, I started with a group of my friends. We called ourselves a team. I want to shout out to Diane and Pat and Mary and who'd I miss? Carol and yeah, so all my girls and Rob and Jeff. And we've been here probably 3-4 times, all of us together. And we had experiences the very first night in the basement. We heard footsteps coming behind us. We had stick figures on my SLS camera. It was just kind of everything all the time. We had S-Box going off, Ovilus going off, the K2 going off, the cat balls going off, almost every floor too. I mean, I could go on and on about all the things that happened in one night. But since then, Lauren has let me take people through here. I do workshops for people who have never been ghost hunting and take them through. And we do ghost hunting after I show them how to use the equipment and give them the history. And it's amazing what's come up when I've had those workshops. I mean, you've seen some of my video and some of my pictures.
Yeah.
But just recently, another team that was here we're doing a live, and my daughter-in-law messaged me real quick. She said, "Did you see the live at the hospital?" I said, "No." So she sent it to me, and it was the Paranormal Girls and Tim team. And I saw a girl was talking. She was not channeling. She was speaking to a spirit. She's a medium. And I heard my name. She said, Burhow, which is my last name, which nobody gets right. Nobody pronounces it right. So I was very shocked. And then she said my daughter-in-law's name, which I thought was odd. And then they asked him to describe me, and they described me. And one of the girls, they didn't know me. None of them know me, but one of the girls knew that I do workshops here. So she said she knew it was me. And the person they were speaking to was Johnny on the second floor.
Oh, we got Johnny too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
We talked to Johnny too on the second floor. Oh my
No
gosh.
kidding. No kidding.
No kidding.
Wow.
That's the admin floor, right? No, there's the admin floor and then there's the second floor.
It was the second floor, they said.
Yes, which is where I caught those pictures in the mirror. Hey.
I was looking at those just before the show. Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
isn't that crazy?
Creepy looking. Yeah, that was creepy. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Well, what did Johnny say to you?
Our team kind of separated into two different groups, and so 3 of us were talking to Johnny. Not me; it was Annie and the other girls. But they talked to Johnny. I think we did too. But that was the second floor. So where those pictures were taken is down at the end. There's a couple of rooms with mirrors, like in the bathrooms there. So that's where that was. And we got a lot of, there it is. See the face and and then there it's dissipating. So they were taken like right after the other. But later after we caught that, because we were down in the library and we were looking at going over some stuff, and I had put that on the Sim Crew chat because not all of us were there. And Jerry actually said, "Oh my God, Steph, did you see what was in the mirror?" And I'm like, "No, what?" And he said, "There's a face." And I'm like, "What?" And so we looked, and so we ran back up there. That's the beauty of having time to actually go back and review your evidence and review the footage. And so we ran back up there. And we looked in the mirror and there was nothing that could have caused that face. And I tried to get it again. We took many pictures and it could never. But later we did some EVP work and we had dowsing rods, we had K2 meters. We asked, is there somebody in the mirrors up here? And they said, oh, yes. I mean, the answer was very positive on both, And is there more than you? Oh, yes. And it's crazy. But Johnny, I don't remember exactly what Johnny said, but I definitely remember that name. So tell me about Johnny.
Well, all I know is that he said my name, and they said they told me, one of the girls reached out to me through Messenger afterwards and said that he misses me. So I thought, what do I do now? Do I go back or I stay away? But I decided to come back. And this Saturday, one of my friends and I are going to try and talk to Johnny and find out what he wants.
Yes.
But last Thursday, a week from today, or a week ago today, I brought a group of boys in, and we were in the hallway on the upstairs of the clinic side where the break room is. We were in that hallway, and that's where I got that strange picture of, looks like a head coming out of the door or something. Yeah. And then morphs into a heart shape. It's just bizarre.
That was Johnny. He was
We
really
didn't-
happy to see you.
Well, right before that, on the Xbox, Ronda came through. And I don't know the timing of it really. I don't know if that was when that came out or if it was before or after, but yeah, so I'm really curious to see what's going on. But I've also always had 2 stick figures in the basement in the morgue. I don't know if you found anything.
There's a lot going on in the morgue too.
There's a lot going on in the morgue. The video I sent you, the video I sent you was in the morgue, was in the basement.
Watch that because I think Jason has that ready. So can you tell us what to look for?
We are the OG of the whispers. Yes, we need to get T-shirts to say "Whisper OG." Yeah, the original gangsters. Okay, what's up, Ronda? Yeah. It's over by Mary, real quick. Over by Mary. Oh gosh, something.
Did you see it?
No. Where
Was that
it?
right at the end?
Yeah,
Was
right
it at
after
the
I
end?
say over by Mary and I pan over, and then you'll see like 2 legs running into a room.
Yep.
We are the OG of the whispers. Yes, we need to get T-shirts to say "Whisper OG." Yeah, the original gangsters. Okay, what's up, Ronda? Yeah. It's over by Mary, real quick. Over by Mary. Oh gosh, something.
Yeah,
Did
totally.
you see it?
You know what's interesting about the legs? Okay, no, you say that. So I have the same coincidence down there, and I don't have the pictures ready or anything. But when we were down there, we got some pictures of I was walking, and I think Des was walking behind me, and there were other legs. There were other legs in the picture. They weren't ours. They weren't ours.
I just got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it was in the morgue. I think it was more towards maybe the bar area though, where the bar used to be, but it was still same location, which how cool is that? And I think that was before we even started the investigation. I think we were kind of just walking through and deciding who was going to go where at first. You know?
Yeah, it can be day or night here. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, I
And
know.
you hear footsteps following you down the hall in the basement often. Yeah, we
Yes.
had that last week.
Yes. Yes.
And I also had a very strange thing happen. One night I was doing a workshop to a ghost hunt, and it was getting late. And usually when it gets real late, I let them go. I say, okay, if you want to go on your own, you take my equipment and you can go. Well, this one young couple didn't want to go by themselves, but they wanted to go to the basement real bad. So I said, okay, I'll go to the basement with you. And we went to the basement, and I just got to the entry doorway to the hall. You know what I'm talking about, out of the morgue to go down the long hall.
Yep.
And just before I stepped through the doorway, my phone started singing, just blaring off, "Here she comes again," like the Cars song.
Yeah.
And it kept saying that, "Here she comes again."
Wow.
I looked at my phone, I looked at them. The guy grabs my phone. He says, "It's not even, you don't even have a music app." I said, "No, I don't have any idea. It wasn't even on. I mean, it was closed, you know."
Yeah.
I have no idea how that happened, but I said, that's the only time I said, let's just not go down there right now. I didn't want to freak him out, but I was like, this is strange.
Yeah.
It just started out of my phone. Here she comes again, because I've been down there several times.
Yeah. Well,
That
I
was
mean,
weird.
there's a lot going on down there. We didn't get a lot of evidence down there, but definitely for sure. It's just, as you said, Rhonda, in one of our last texts, that building has so many spirits. It's unbelievable. And
They're
it's true.
full, and we're finding more and more. The more teams that come here, the more information we get. A lot of mediums have come, and I'm not, but
Yeah.
they're one medium that was here, when Satori Haas and her boyfriend Cody came to do an event from Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
Star, yeah. Well, they're in the basement. This medium, she said that the hallway was just loaded with people.
Oh, yeah.
And they were in our faces like this saying, "Can't you hear me?"
Yep. For sure.
I tried to sense that, but I didn't get it. But I've also got tons and tons of stick figures on my SLS and lots of K2. Oh my goodness, last week the K2 wouldn't stop. Stop. It was just boom, boom, boom. Crazy.
Yeah. And you know, we too, and we had a lot of that. So, you know, we like to use dowsing rods too. It's like one of my favorite paranormal investigative tools.
I use that too.
We love it. We love them so much. And we also have the K2 meters. And I always think it's cool when there's a layered effect. So when we ask a question and the dowsing rods do what you ask them to do, and then the K2 meters are going at the same time, it's like, oh, this is, you know, kind of the real thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best, to have two things going, at least two things going to get validation. Yeah.
Absolutely. I just got to tell a funny story. So 2 of the girls are watching tonight on our team, and I don't have the video, nor am I going to show it. But when we were sleeping in the library, Katie had gotten up to go to the bathroom, and it was all on a trail cam. And so we're watching this trail cam footage that day, and it looked like there was a ghost that got up and went behind her. And we were so excited. Oh my gosh. And then we got it on the big screen, and well, guess who it was? And I didn't remember, you know. I know. So they're just laughing because we thought it was real. I mean, we were like, oh my God, you know, and it was not even in the hospital. It was in the clinic, you know what I mean? So
yeah. Well, you know, it's evidence. You got to look at it and see what it was. So,
it is.
Yeah.
And you have to debunk. That's what we all say. Debunk.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really a skeptic. And that's half the reason I don't get scared is because I want proof. You know, I don't say, come on, bring it on. I'm not a provoker at all. I'm very nice. I'm more like Adam and Amy, you know.
We don't provoke either. Bad things happen when you provoke.
Yeah. And that's what I tell people too before we ever start. We don't provoke.
Yep. Nope. That is for true. Now you sent some pictures. So do you want to set them up a little bit before we show them, or?
Yes, this was actually, we were just in the hallway over right in front of the break room, right leaving the break room by the piano, if you know where that is.
Yep.
And none of us saw what you're going to see on these pictures. And the first picture I hope he shows is the hallway, because it shows that there's nothing hanging off the doors or the doorknobs. It's just straight hallway with doors.
Okay.
And then the next picture, you see this white thing in front of one of the boys, and it looks similar to like a head coming out of the wall, looking up, like the neck and head. And then you see this filmy net thing between his hands. He's holding a K2 meter. And then it morphs into the shape of a heart. I mean, and none of it, you know, you don't see this with your eyes. This was off the trail cam. And you know how they go ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom.
Yep.
So, yeah, go ahead, show it. If you have any questions, Holly.
That's me. There's the face. Next one, Jason. Nope, that's me.
Good one.
There we go. Oh, there's the
stick
figures.
That's just some stick figures in the basement.
Okay,
there's the head.
There's the head coming out of the wall.
Whatever that is, yeah. And
what is that? Oh, this is one I sent. So see that pair of legs behind me?
Oh yeah.
It's I mean, that's Des right behind me, but there was something else there. That's mine too. That's up on the 3rd floor. Oh, I think there's more, Jason. Do you have the other ones too?
Yeah, there's like 2, 3 more.
Maybe
there should be an empty hallway to show that there's nothing there.
Maybe he doesn't have that. He's looking. He's looking. We'll see.
I think Johnny just loves you.
I think Johnny just loves you. I don't know.
I think he does. I think he
does. He was there and he's like, oh, it's Ronda.
Oh, Johnny, there you go. There's also supposedly a Mr. Wilson in the basement that's the maintenance man that one of the mediums said. And the second floor with Johnny, there's supposedly a mean nurse that won't let him leave the floor. And Mr. Wilson, the maintenance man, said, "You just tell that nurse off." So Johnny can get out of the second floor.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
yeah, so there's a lot of stuff been going on. It's crazy. Every time I'm here, I hear of another spirit.
Yeah. It's well, like I said, the place is loaded and it's such a cool place. Now, one of the things you said you wanted to do is, kind of renovate it a little bit. You're putting on a new roof, right? Which is awesome.
Yeah. $65,000, but yes. But that's the plan. We've been looking for months trying to get grants and stuff, and we finally just decided to just bite the bullet, get it done. And we got approval like last week, I think. So getting the roof done, and then we're applying for another grant for historic for the front. Get that done as well. Because I would just like to bring life back into it.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah, for sure.
It needs some love.
It does need some love because it's such a cool old building. And I mean, it has a nursery. So, I mean, there were babies born. There was happiness there as well as, some sadness. And I think when it was used as a kind of a rooming house, I think there was a lot of bad things that happened. That's what we got anyway. It was like there was some iffy things going on in there and we got some really sad spirits. So I don't know what exactly happened, but that was on like I think it was the admin floor, maybe, right? Is that where there was a lot of apartments?
There was Harry Cool was the guy we bought the building from, and he was the one who ran the call it halfway house, but the rooming houses. And I know that the prison had his phone number, whatever the prison that's nearby here, so that they could come straight to the building.
Oh, wow.
And it's fun to find out after we put the building. We're like, it's closed now.
That just so confirms so many things that we got when we were there. It was like we just were, and we didn't know any of this, right? This is all news to me. But there was like just stuff there. So, I mean,
and he was kind of a shyster too. That's what people said. Like that knew him because he'd passed away when they put the building up. They just didn't want to deal with it anymore.
Yeah,
we're like. We're crazy. We'll do it. That's fine.
Well, and the studio portion is such a vibrant spot of light, I think, for that whole town. It's just so engaging. And so there's a lot of stuff going on. So Des is saying, she's one of my girls, and she's saying when Annie, Faith, and I were in the morgue, the newer one, I think, way back in the corner, we were getting a ton of Spanish on the spirit box while doing the Estes method.
We support that.
You've heard that? Okay.
No. Yeah, I know it's very active down there. I'm so used to going through there because I remember getting gowned up, cleaning it when we first bought it. And there was bed bugs. There was, whole thing. Getting it professionally cleaned. So nothing phases me anymore.
Well, it's an awesome spot. And I don't think the word is out there yet about this one because, and I told people I was going there, they said, what's this? And I'm like, not many people know about it. So I'm hopeful that getting this out there, you'll get, some more people to come in there and do some investigations, because I think it'd be fun. And, Rhonda, we're going to be there for a whole weekend in mid-November.
So bring a coat.
Listen, both of you are welcome. Both of you are welcome to
I will say hello and then say have fun.
I know you. But I think it would be Rhonda. I mean, Johnny would come and see you.
Well, if you can talk to him, that'd be great.
So
he just has a crush.
I mean, just think about it. I can't remember. It's like the middle weekend of November. We're going to be there. I don't like the heat, you guys. So I opted for a month.
We'll have the carpet ripped out by then, so it won't be as stinky. Hopefully.
Also, they're saying that they had the smell of the cigar smoke up there too, and I do remember too in the morgue. Yeah,
I believe it.
I never had that.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of stuff we got, and then I think it was on the second floor or is it the first floor? I don't remember. There's kind of like a big area that looks out onto the street.
Yeah,
was
that's the
like,
second floor.
okay, yeah. And that was, we got quite a bit of stuff there too, you know,
I think
interesting
that's-
conversations.
Is it
So,
like the maternity ward?
No, so there's the front door, like it's the admin
Yep.
floor, and it used to be more like part of that room used to be outside,
Okay.
and then they made it
oh,
bigger
yeah,
by
that
adding
makes
windows.
sense. Yeah.
And I have old plans that probably disintegrate if I open them too many times.
Yeah.
I have one that shows me somewhat of a layout of next door. And I guess they turned that into like the lab area.
Oh,
And it was a bunch of tiny
Oh.
rooms in there. And then eventually they took that all out and just made it one big like waiting room.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, I mean, anywhere you go in that building, it's very active. So I just thought it'd be cool to have the whole weekend there. And, you know, we're going to get an Airbnb too, so we can just kind of go in separate teams when we want. You know, maybe I just can't stay up real late anymore. You know, I'm just old. You know, the girls, some of our girls are
don't tell
really
me
young.
about
And
old.
they like to go and be out and be there all night long. I can't do that anymore. But, you know, maybe I can go to sleep and then go in at like 3. You know, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But
I'm looking forward to seeing you.
We have a bunch of
Yes.
couches now, and we have a little TV so you can watch Netflix if you get bored. Need some downtime.
That's
Since
cool.
we hosted a lot of the Pride performers for Okaloosa in June, so I was like, all right, we even have like a air conditioned area for the performers. So the library's kind of got a makeover.
Yeah, no,
It's so nice.
it's a fantastic
Sounds
thing.
great.
Mhm.
So if people are watching and they say, hey, we want to go investigate, how do they get a hold of you guys?
Mercy Paranormal Investigations, Mercy Hospital Paranormal Investigations on Facebook. Or you can reach out to us on Studio Oski on Facebook as well.
Okay. Yeah. And it was, like I said, if you're looking for a good place to go that not a lot of other people have gone to, which is kind of what appealed to me the most, because I had heard of you guys somewhere, I don't know. And I said, we got to go there if we went to this other place that we went to. And so we came there first, and it was like, oh my gosh, this place is great. You know? So
Same. I used to drive by here and I just want to get in there so bad. But I don't know how.
I never thought this wasn't on my bingo card for life. So I just had my contractor ask me one day when we first bought the place if he could bring his team in. I was like, sure, why not? And that's how it all started. And then that's how I met Ronda like years ago. So
I know. And I remember I asked you, I said, do you do this? And you said, oh no.
Absolutely not.
Once, and there was something that chased you or something down the hall, and you said that was it.
Yep, I'm done. I was like, no, it was up in the surgical room, the one with the windows.
Yeah,
Yeah. I know a man designed it because he's like, I want big windows out while someone is unconscious on his table.
Right?
But
it was kind of an odd surgery. I gotta
say. But you see, no windows. This isn't like a performance, but
yeah.
It was up in there, and they had the little lights
string lights.
Yeah, he had it down the hall and was saying, like calling for a nurse, and one by one those things turned on all the way up to him, and then one by one they went off.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's creepy. And then the spirit box said my name in that same room. And I was like, I think I should go to bed.
Done.
You guys have fun. I'll see you later.
Can I ask, when was the building built?
1910, 1909. It is so hard to find stuff on this place.
I went to the library and I went through a lot of old stuff, and it looks like it could have possibly even been started in 1907, but maybe finished in 1910.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just trying to find stuff has been, I just want the blueprints.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
But the finding stuff's been hard, but we ran into someone that used to work at the hospital when it was opened in the 50s still. And she had some stuff to tell us about, like, oh yeah, this was the nurses station. Like this was like, these were the 2 surgical rooms. I always thought it was just one, but in the corner up on the top floor where the window room is, and to the left, those were both surgical rooms. The tiny room next to it was where they would fold everything into central sterilization.
Mm.
It kind of helps that I worked at a hospital for 10 years. So the
Mhm.
stuff she told me, I was like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So it was really interesting.
Yeah. I'm curious. That's why I asked, is because you had talked about the big windows in the surgery room, and it makes sense because the hospitals we've investigated, if they were built before electricity was really popular or common, then they had the big windows because
That makes
that's
sense.
they do surgery during the day when they have a
Yeah.
lot of daylight.
That
So
makes
yeah, that
sense.
makes sense.
That's what I was gonna say, for more light.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I
Cool.
want them
Sounds
to have
like
a
a
lot
neat
of light.
Just it would help to be able to see. But she was the one who also told me about the nursery at the end of the hall, and that was all surgery recovery, and that they mostly just did like C-sections and births towards the end. But because the doctor that ran it also worked at Mahaska Health, he ended up just transferring everything over there, and that was kind of like the start of it shutting down.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We also got a lot in the nursery.
Yeah. Yeah, we did too. I don't think we got much evidence there, but there was a lot of activity when we were there also.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we just had a lot of the K2 and that kind of stuff, but
yeah,
very active.
absolutely. Well, it's all active. So anyway, you guys, hey, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. This was so fun. And it's so amazing that you came up with, some of the things you talked about. I'm like, what? Because we had that too, it's
Yeah, that is awesome.
confirmation. It's
I
confirmation.
love that.
I do too. So I hope you come with us, or at least come say hi or whatever. I know Laura, we'll see Lauren for sure. And we'll see you in November. But yeah, get a hold of these guys for anybody who wants to do a fantastic paranormal investigation of an old hospital, because it's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So thank you everybody for watching tonight. I think it was a really fun show for me, because I've been there and this was just an amazing place. And thank you to all the troops who may be watching. Please be safe, and thank you for your service.
And thanks to everybody in the chat room for all of your comments, and everybody wherever you're listening. Thanks for tuning in. We also want to say thank you so much to Cryptovania Network for hosting our show, and Jason Trost, our producer, for making this all happen. And we'll look forward to seeing you all next week.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Good night.